Hi guys, welcome back. This is Mathematics for Early Beginners, and today we will be looking at Introduction to Algebra. Okay, so for kids who are finding it difficult with the basics, I recommend that they watch this tutorial video today. And what are we going to be discussing today? We'll be looking at the definition, the concepts, the types of algebra, and the importance of algebra. So without not wasting much time, let's dive in. What is algebra? Now, you will all agree with me that sometimes in mathematics you will be seeing where alphabet s plus x is equal to 3, something of this nature. You'll be seeing where you'll be having x raised to power something of 4 over 5, and you'll be seeing a lot. So whenever you see an alphabet is being used, you are dealing with algebra. So now what is algebra in a layman's term? Algebra is simply a branch of mathematics that uses symbols to represent quantities or numbers in a formula or an equation, where the symbols could be letters, it could be shape, it could be anything. When they are used to stand in place for numbers or quantity in an equation or formula, we are dealing with algebra. So that is what algebra is all about. Okay, so when they ask you the next time what's algebra, just in a layman term say it is the use of symbols to stand in place for numbers or quantities. So when these symbols are used to replace numbers or quantities, you're dealing with algebra. So algebra allows us to solve for the unknown. In algebra, you're trying to know what actually is that x, that y standing for, what value, what quantity does it occupy. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's move into the concepts, the key concept. For you to know algebra, you must be familiar with these concepts. And the first there is variables. Another word for variable is what? The unknown. And it is normally represented with things like letter, x, y, z. You can see a variable in something of this nature. S plus 3 is equal to 5. Here, x is the unknown and it is the variable. So that is what variable is all about. The letter that is representing or standing in place of a quantity is called the variable. Now, the next concept, again, or important term, is constants. Now, when you hear the word constants are quantities that are fixed, that do not change. Quantities that are fixed, that do not change. That is what constant is all about. So constants are things like -1, 3, 4, 5, etc. 0.00, anything that do not change is called a constant. All right, now the next concept, again, that is very important is expression. Now, what is expression? Expression is a combination of variables, constants, and mathematical operations. A combination of variable, constant, and mathematical operation is termed an expression. Now, we have something of like x plus 3y. This is an expression. This is a mathematical variable. This is a coefficient attached to a variable also. Then if you should add something like -2, this is a constant. So when you have something of such nature without an equality sign, it is called a mathematical expression. All right, another important concept again is equation. Now, what is equation? Equation is simply a statement that two sides of an expression are equal. Equation is simply a statement that two sides of an expression are equal. Now, look, for instance, we have 3 plus 7x is equal to 10. So now this is a side of an expression. This is another side of an expression. Okay, when these two sides are equal, you say that that is a mathematical or an algebraic equation. Now, another concept that is so important there in algebra is inequalities. Now, what are inequalities? Inequalities is a statement, mathematical statement, that shows that one side of an expression is greater than the other side, or less than the other side, or somehow less than or equal to the other side. And it is represented with symbols such as less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, so these are key concepts in algebra. All right, so in our next video, we'll be looking at the types of algebra and the importance of algebra. See you in the next video. Bye for now.